Really? Bishop Kenya Michael Loltome is speaking here in Nairobi National Government, Mpakazi Village, Mpakazi Ward, here in Nairobi National Government. What you are seeing here is actually a doctor from Makueni, a traditionalist, kind of a protest, we call it Prosthetist, kind of a, a doctor from Akamba land, that is Akamba tribe, from Makueni County Government. It's called Dr. Sombe Malonza. He's here. Mr. Malonza, can you see me? He's here. He's the one who is repairing Mr. Jonte, Michael Loltome, or Michael Loltome, brought this kind of a leg, artificial leg. So we are here in Nairobi National Government. We have called him from Makueni to come and help us, simply because our doctors of Kenya Republic, those who are actually dealing with this kind of work, are not willing to help us. Or in short, we can say the government is somehow negligent to help those people who are in need of, this kind of artificial legs. Mr. John Michael Loltome, this is my second son. Is called John. Is an educationist. He has a diploma in the, accounts, and he was actually involved in this kind of a scenario now you are seeing when he was playing football. Number 7 here in Nairobi National Government, together with other youths, and he got his leg fractured, and he developed also a kind of a cancer. Then the leg was amputated at Kijabe National Hospital. We are surprised the Kenya government did not honor our family National Hospital Insurance Fund. Since 17, September 2002 up to today, November 13, 2025. Many of us have been actually admitted in hospital on various, years, and we are not actually been helped by this card called National Hospital Insurance Fund. Being a member from 2002 up to now, you can see it here. This card is actually entitled for all of my family members who are also photographed, to be dependents on this card. Beneficiaries, but they are not actually got any help. Under the nation I have our National Hospital Insurance Fund Act number 9 of 1998, 1998, section 25, bracket 1 and 2 bracket. And also it is said that it is an offense for any unlawful person not a member of my family, to use this card. And if this card is found, you can, take it to the nearest police station. Here it is. So I, Bishop Kenya Michael Loltome, the government is frustrating all of us, particularly politicians, because I'm a priest. I've been trained at Kapsa College for 4 years. I went also for further studies at Vision International University, Ramona, California, an affiliate campus here of US America campus. In Limuru, Kiambu affiliate campus. I was trained again there for 3 years. That's now 7 years. I did also Islamic studies at Columbia International University, USA, America. Distance learners because of the nature of that kind of a religion, kind of studies. People are fearing to study, but the Kenya government have given me an okay in America. There is a branch of that university called Columbia International University of US. So I took 3 years. I have also a degree in Islamic studies and also so many degrees also in systematic theology, practical theology, and also exegetical theology, and historical theology, and practical theology equally for both Islamic and Christian theology. I've taught paramilitary general service unit and an official force equivalent to Kenya Defense Forces here in Embakasi, 2004, 2016, because they're interested to learn also Islamic studies and Christians. As a civilian spiritual affairs instructor, I've also taught Africa Inland Church Bisado College, Narok County Government for many years, and also Covenant College of Mission for many years, Narok County Government, and I ended up being now a politician 2022 as a Vice President or Deputy President of Kenya Retired Brigadier of Kenya Army, called Honorable His Excellency Nixon Kukubo Jeremiah from Bungoma. He was on ballot paper 2007 and also 2017, and then we ended up also 2022. We are cleared by Honorable Anderito, the political, registrar of political parties for the last election 2022, the recent one. And then we have not been on ballot paper. Not that we are bad, no. We have been allowed to be on ballot paper, but we have been independent, 46 presidential candidate. So Uhuru Kenyatta, the former president, blew us and told us actually we are going to be employed and we are going to destroy the government if we are all to appear in ballot paper, and we agreed not to, but we are not yet employed. That's when we have decided to have our own party called Tumaini Liberation Party, a kind of a coalition. We are looking forward to join, Orange Democratic Movement Party, Alliance Party, Orange Democratic Party of the Supreme People's Power President, His Excellency Raila Amolo Odinga. Okay, Orange Democratic Movement Party. We are going to be in coalition with them. And ours is called Tumaini Liberation Party. I being now going to be United States of Kenya Republic presidential aspirant come Monday, September 13, 2027 election. And my vice president or deputy president, because we are going to be on the same ballot paper, will be actually His Excellency Nick Kukubo. Honorable Nick Kukubo is going to be my vice president. I'm also going to have 2 wives, very powerful ladies who are learned highly. One of them is actually the incoming head of state, the youngest daughter, Honorable Charlene Ruto. And then I'm also going to have also another first lady, the Supreme People's Power President, youngest daughter, Ella, or East Africa Legislative Member of Parliament, which I have also requested to be transferred to Kenya. Honorable Miss also Imgad Winnie Raila Amolo Odinga will be my first lady also. So both of these two ladies are going to be helping me, like the biblical kind of reported king was so successful in ruling Israelite Judah called Joash, who actually one of the distinguished priests of Israelite chose him 2 wives in 2 Chronicles chapter 24 verse 1 to 4, and that is actually Priest Jehoiada. So I'm going to have 2 wives among other many concubines with my children to be actually effective and efficient leader, because I'm planning to build so many churches in Upper Eastern and Northeastern and other parts of the country under the umbrella of Tumaini Liberation Party leadership as a president, as well as also the registered, online now, my denomination called Interdenominational Church International, ICI Kenya and worldwide. We're going to replace all African land churches in Upper Eastern Marsabit and part of Nairobi to be mine, because the government have agreed. After now we have discovered the brand of African land church is taken logo by the terrorists to kill human beings. We have 8 people buried in the church of Marsabit Sacco Constancy, African land church, my own church. 8 youths, 4 university students and 4 choir members and 4 injured, which the government now is awaiting to exhume them and compensate the affected families with 50 million for 8 people killed. And in the church compound, we are going to exhume them and take them to another different cemetery. And then the 4 injured also will be paid, and also those who are also in mass grave, 8 of them, will be paid 50 million each of them, and 25 million for the injured one. The government have agreed over our president, His Excellency Dr. William Samarito, and this kind of bad behaviors have happened during our former president regime, which was very cruel, called, the former president Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, His Excellency. His regime has left actually so many people in mass graves in churches compound to pollute the land. In Numbers chapter 35, verse 33 and 34, which God does not like. Our churches are place of worship are polluted in Marsabit County and other areas like Shikahola in Kilifi County government. What God hates terribly is the bloodshed. The blood of Cain, Abel, was killed by his brother, Abel, was killed actually by Cain, his brother. He's still crying from the ground, ground in Genesis chapter 4, verse 10. So God allow those who are killing others and also maiming others and crippling them, like what you are seeing here, to be killed. In Deuteronomy chapter 19, verse 13, because the wages of sin is death, and people must pay their sin consequences. You cannot go on, mutilating people's legs, crippling them, using criminality kind of manners, like what you are seeing here. There's a person now actually was involved in an accident, not really a real accident, but it was an intended kind of deliberate kind of action by one of his friends who pretended to be friend and decided to harm him, and he was employed by Kenya Defense Forces. After that, he's now in Tanks Battalion after doing this kind of a mess. So we can say this was a kind of a deliberate action even for this man called my son now, Johnston Loltome, leg to have been amputated. It was actually a kind of a master plan for terrorists to do that, because the person who have done this is now given a government top job in the military. Kenya Defense Forces is now a tank kind of a, driver. It's a Kisi tribe. So we have terrorists from all tribes in Kenya, 42 tribes. And they're also in Kenya Army, they're also in police, they're also in public. So you have to be very careful, because these days are evil. In Ephesians chapter 5, verse 15 and 16. Your neighbor or somebody you think it is your friend may not be a friend. Even Jesus Christ was actually put to death for 3 days and 3 nights because of his own accountant, a very notorious kind of disciple called Judas Iscariot, who went again later on to hang himself because the the sin consequences must also carry some kind of penalty of death penalties. In Matthew chapter 25, verse 27, Matthew 27, verse 5, Judas Iscariot went and killed himself, committing suicide because of that act. So let's be very careful. I'm looking forward to becoming a president. And I have also those people I've mentioned, two ladies, that is Honorable Charlene Ruto, and also Honorable Winnie Imgarela Malodinga, is my first ladies. My vice president, Honorable, Ugobo, retired Kenya Army Brigadier, is going to be my vice president. I'm also going to have two prime ministers, retired American former president who have ruled that country fairly for 10 years almost, close to 10 years. Honorable Dr. Barack Hussein Obama is going to be my powerful prime minister. And the deputy powerful also prime minister will be in that government of ours around the corner. Will be Honorable also Dr. Kalonzo Musyoka. They are going to be helping us. He's going to be deputy prime minister. The prime ministers in my government will be actually in charge of government ministries and also state affairs. I'm just going to be a ceremonial president together with my vice president, Honorable Nico Kubo. And my powerful also two ladies will be helping me along enrolling because they have their own offices. That is Honorable Charlene Ruto and also Honorable Imga Raila Amolo Dinga. They are going to help me because they are highly learned ladies and they are willing to do the work the way we are saying. So God can allow also polygamy and monogamy in the Bible. You can have one wife in Timothy. 1 Timothy chapter 3, verse 1 and the following. Chapter 3, verse 1 and the following. 1 Timothy chapter 3, verse 1 and following. You can also have one in Titus chapter 1, 6. You can have many as you can. Lamech was the first person reported in the Bible to have more than one wife. Alright? So you can have one wife and many wives. Abraham had so many wives. Also, and as a man after God was talking to him. Moses likewise, Jacob, Esau, King David, King Solomon, and many other kings, Joash, and also the priests have allowed in 2 Chronicles chapter 24, verse 1 to 4, for a person to have many wives, and God is also allowing. There's no marriage in heaven, so God is not interested with so much kind of whatever you are doing here, because there will be no marriage even whether you have 10 wives or even 1,000 like King Solomon in 1 Kings chapter 11 verses 1 to 8. You can have as 300 wives like King Solomon and 700 concubines, but you can still follow God or not. And you can have one wife and also not follow God. And you can be a single man likewise or a single woman and you cannot follow God likewise. So there's no marriage in heaven. What God sees is your heart. He searches your heart and see what is inside your heart. In Jeremiah 17 verse 9 and 10, God sees your heart and is omnipresent everywhere in Psalms 139. So pray for me as I look forward to be Kenya president to deliver all oppressed people like you are seeing here. This kind of operation now, people are miming others, crippling people, and they don't help. But this is actually the former government of Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, the former president. He has actually also terrorized all Kikuyus. Kikuyus now have, all of them are displaced by 8 Kikuyus, including President Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. He has taken all the land of Kikuyus, that small provincial, province of theirs called Mount Kenya, Central Province. It's only owned by, Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, Michuki family, Karume family, and also the former President Kibaki family, Honorable, and the Kenyatta family. That's why I'm looking forward to help Kikuyus. I went to Kikuyu Level 5 hospital some few months to go and bury another Samburu Maasai from Laikipia. And in Thika Level 5 hospital called General somebody, it is actually Mount Kenya, Kage, I don't know, they call it General somebody like that. We saw actually people, the hospital is a combination of the University of, Mount Kenya and we are seeing people are really suffering. They're refusing people to bury people. We are also told some private part of human being are sold because the students are doing their practices there, medical students. So I told them actually to release the bodies. Some of them have been lying there like stones since COVID-19 up to now. So I want the government also to see that the doctors in that hospital and others not depriving people to bury, their loved ones because of lack of money. You have to release the bodies freely, and also you don't have to charge women who are pregnant giving birth to give birth on on street because they have no money. So anyway, with those few remarks, I'm looking forward to be Kenya president. I, Bishop Kenya Michael Loltome, and this is my son, elder son. No, my second son. I have also other sons, Dr. Eli, also other sons, also Mario Loltome. I have also Elijah Loltome. I have also ladies, who are also Sheila and also Patricia, and many others anyway, which of course are from my own other concubines. So may God has actually blessed me. I have many kids. I own many land ranches in Marsabit, including 27 stations I'm given now by AIC and also the government of Kenya. After we are going to assume we are going to start the work there in Marsabit under the umbrella of Interdenominational Church International. So I am owning even stations, which one of them is having actually a petroleum being used by British government in British government of 1920 to 1963. You can see now Mr. John standing with that artificial leg. All right, okay, that is how it should be, and he's going to walk now. In that case, they have agreed that he can at least walk as we look forward for another, but this one can keep him for some time. Maragaja, aye tu ana tu. Maragesa para ke berana? Ya, kau ini makan dulu dulu itu. Naga pun nagi yang ke, ana mana je? Maragesa so. So thank you so much. Mzee, asante sana. Daktari, tunashukuru sana bwana. Ubarikiwe kabisa. Okay? Mr. Dr. Sombe Malonza from Makueni. Salamia Makueni ukwenda bana.